Chairperson of the Specialized Committee on Information, Communication and Telecommunication at the National Assembly, Dr. Lado Kenyi, Director of the National Communication Authority, Professor Chaplain Kara, Head of Department of Communication for Development at Juba University, Dr. Majdi Tana, CEO of Zain South Sudan, Mr. Sapana Abuyi, Director General of Media Authority, Chairperson of the Internet Governance Forum, private sector heads, representatives from civil society organizations, academia, and Article 19, journalists, media development partners, the youth, colleagues from the UN, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'd like to begin by telling you that I'm standing in for our head of office and country representative for UNESCO, Mr. Saido Sire Jallo, who would have liked it to be here, but then he got another commitment, and he has sent his apologies and greetings to you all. And I'll be reading this on his behalf. It gives me great pleasure to be here today to witness the conference leading to the launch of the South Sudan Internet Governance Forum, a process that was initiated in 2015 as a recommendation from the first ICT for Development conference that was held in Juba. Taking steps to establish and launch the Internet Governance Forum for South Sudan by the government and various stakeholders from different fields is a great step towards realizing an improvement in the internet structures in the country at both policy and practice levels. Having internet network structures that are accessible and inclusive for everyone will assist in the realization of sustainable development for South Sudan with no one left behind. The internet has the potential to boost literacy, employment, association, sharing of cultural knowledge, and access to information, freedom of expression, and building a knowledge society. All these are key issues that are relevant to UNESCO's role in South Sudan and is also important in the achievement of national development. The establishment of the IGF by the United Nations General Secretary in 2006 came at a time when the world needed communication boosted through means like the internet. Having forums like the IGF to assess internet issues with relevant stakeholders in the country is good and comes at a perfect time for South Sudan, a time when we are moving from the humanitarian to the development phase. The internet, when boosted and is accessible for everyone, has very many possibilities and is a great contributing factor to the achievement of the SDGs and Agenda 2063 for Africa. If fully utilized, it had the potential to jumpstart and fast-track sustainable development in South Sudan. Dear guests, UNESCO believes that sharing of knowledge and information through information and communication technologies and the internet had the potential to transform economies and societies. For instance, we promote and encourage the use of ICTs in education, including the use of open educational resources and massive open online courses called MOOCs. This is in recognition of the need to provide access and also promote inclusive and quality education. I'm glad that this conference is happening today with the government, the young people, the private sector, academia, civil society organizations, and other stakeholders well represented. I urge everyone to maximize your deliberations and discussions around the next steps to boost network and internet service delivery at both policy and practice levels so as to realize an inclusive, equitable, and thriving internet structure in the country. Having a thriving ICT and internet structure, as we have said repeatedly, is good for the economy and for citizens too. Today, as you know, almost everything has gone digital. And in the next decades, it will be a different story for ICTs. South Sudan, as the youngest nation in the world, has come at a time when all these structures had been set up around us. It's high time we take advantage of the developments for our transformation as we keep up with the rest of the world. It will be very nice to have a generation of innovators that aim at addressing some of the challenges faced in our communities. I'll also be very pleased to hear from the participants about the next steps aimed at developing the South Sudan Internet Governance Forum. UNESCO is well placed and mandated to support member states to enhance the development of ICTs. Distinguished guests and participants, the power of ICTs to transform our society cannot be overstated. I believe the discussions that start today will be the beginning of new steps and actions towards strengthening structures aimed at improving delivery of ICTs and internet services for the citizens, and hence we shall be able to fully witness the fruits and possibilities of a knowledge society. I wish you all a fruitful discussion, and I look forward to strengthening our partnership with you all in support of ICTs in South Sudan. Shukran. Thank you.